Come on, make me live, baby. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hey sis, hey Raven, hey Uriah, Yushraya. I say it perfectly. Any other time when we on the phone and everything, I say it perfectly, child. Yushraya and Raven, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody else that's here, thank you. Feel free to jump in the comments. You are appreciated. Y'all doing all right? That's good. Yushraya, that's good. So I found out what's going on with the car, y'all. I found out what's going on. Raven, you don't know about this yet because we kind of was going through stuff around the same time. But I was having issues with the car and I didn't know what it was. But like right before the live, what right before it was time for me to go live around 8:30, the mechanic knocked on my door and then he just called me and told me what was going on with it. So I'm happy that I know what it is and I know that I can get it fixed. So child, like, hey, that's my uncle Tavares, y'all, who just jumped in the comments. That's my uncle. Really like my brother. Oh yeah, legally TJ and Naisha are really married. Get the fuck out of here. What? Excuse me? I missed it, man. See, I wanted to be in the coffee, girl. I wanted to, but I missed it. I missed it, honey. And I'm mad that I missed it. These not my good glasses. These are my good glasses right here. These the ones I need. What's up, Tavares? How you doing, he was raised like my brother, but he really my uncle because we so close in age. Now I can see better. All right, y'all. So I have a really good show planned for y'all. Shout out to Raven and Yushraya for helping me think through some shit. And now we're gonna start. We're gonna go ahead and jump in right where we left off at first, and then I'm gonna introduce y'all to another story that we're gonna start following, the Diamond Bradley story. I'm gonna introduce y'all to that as well. We're gonna finish off about 20 minutes of the last story that we were watching, which was the building the legacy brick by brick. That one we're gonna and we're gonna talk a little bit about Jag and Aisha, not too much, but we are gonna talk about the fact that they are legally married. The fact that now, just me thinking, just real quick while I'm looking for this, that that makes me feel like more that it was a plot because I thought that they weren't legally married. Didn't Aisha agree to that as well? Hold on, I can't see the comments yet, but I'm about to, we need to talk about that. That's crazy. This whole thing is just crazy. All right, so let me go back to him real quick because we ended off when they were in there fighting, and I believe that they were following each other around the house, right? And I told y'all that the lady is like really big on YouTube, and we're gonna matter of fact, actually, I'm trying to think, is this the one? Mercy Gano. I really want to take y'all through the whole story, so I gotta go back to. I just saw some shit that was crazy. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and share my screen now so y'all can see what I see. Because I just seen some crazy shit. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Document at the courthouse. Girl, hello to everyone. Feel free to come in, hit the like, share, comment. All right. Please share. All right, so I'm about to share the screen. Talking to launching. All right. So we're gonna go back to his videos because he still has it up. I want y'all to see when the police came to the house, how he stepped back and spoke to the police. He got his shit. Y'all may not know. I don't think I told y'all about this yet. But with these people, when they met, story. I know that y'all might not understand it right now, but you really want to get into it because this story is a typical story about pretty much the same thing that's going on with Jag and TJ. When somebody come into your life and one of the people are not who they pretend to be, and then you get into the relationship with them. He convinced this woman to buy a house in Smyrna. And Raven, you know where Smyrna is. He convinced her to buy a house in Smyrna. It was a beautiful house. They had to sell the house. Let me go to, okay, is this the one where the police came? Because the police came several times. Like this is literally still online. The police came several times. Okay. And I don't even think, I think this is so many of these videos that I don't even think I saw this one yet. Child unattended. Y'all see it? Did I add it to the stream? Yeah. Okay. Let me skip. Skip, baby. Shout out to StreamYard.
Now he wants my life. He wants my life. He wants to be a YouTuber all day. Oh, go subscribe to my channel. Go subscribe to my channel because he thinks he can make money. Bitch, I have 1.5 million subscribers. No matter what happens to me, I am Mercy Gono. Mercy. Instead of sitting on your ass doing fake ass videos, go get a real job. You got fired. You got fired.
Oh, y'all don't like it right now.
Stop lying to people online. You don't have a house. It's a lie. That car you can't even pay for. You can't even pay for it. You can't afford the car. You want to fake to people. Anybody who's listening to him is all lies. 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 He does not have a job. He got fired from his job because he's a beater, a wife beater. That's what he is. Post that.
He was married before.
Post that. Google him. Gerald Addy, Savannah, Georgia. Police record. Yeah, Gerald Addy, Savannah, Georgia. Police record. He's a white beater. It's public record.
You're gonna be on camera soon. Don't worry.
They'll be on camera.
We're doing the video, so you can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
We'll see. You fuck out of here, white beater. You will be on camera soon?
Yeah.
All right. I got Savannah Police Department on speed dial, bitch.
Do it.
Try me.
Do it.
Try me. I will fuck your life up. Try me.
For
putting your hands on me, I will fuck your life up.
Never fuck my life up.
Try me, Gerald.
Never fuck my life up, Mercy.
Try me.
Never.
Try me.
Never.
Try me.
You would never fuck my life up.
I got Savannah Police Department on speed dial.
You would never fuck my life.
Okay, we'll see.
Do whatever you want to do.
Try me.
Never.
Try me.
Try me. You would never fuck my life.
You ready?
I got family.
They got records.
You would never.
They got
fuck my life up.
records.
You don't have what it takes.
They got records.
You don't have what it
They
takes.
have records.
Who I am?
They have records.
You can't bury me, motherfucker. I'm not the one you can bury. You got the wrong motherfucker. I come out of the dirt. I'm not the one you can bury.
You do come out of the dirt, but you want to go on Instagram and floss. Fake ass shit.
Man, get the fuck out of here. You country ass girl. Who you talking to?
Y'all hear this?
You just gotta keep the camera.
You
keep saying
like,
things. I listen to you.
Okay.
No, you're putting yourself in the hole. You're the one who beat me. You have a record.
I have a record.
My ex has the record. Your ex has the record. Matter of fact, she's the one who sent it to my ex.
Put it out.
I'll put it out. It's already out. I don't need to. Google him. Gerald Addy, Savannah, Georgia. Domestic violence. I'm not posting any video. They'll see it. Gerald Addy, domestic violence, Atlanta, Savannah, Georgia. He beat me. He was cruel to his own kids. He has all kinds of counts. Yep.
No problem.
Yep.
Gerald
I ain't worried about you.
I ain't worried about you either. I don't need to post a video. People can see.
I will share this.
Like I know it looked like she acting crazy.
Share it. Yeah, you were cruel to your children. I don't know what you did. I know you beat me.
It wasn't like this at first.
Aggressive?
You're making yourself look stupid. You sold the house to me, so you can post all the old pictures you want.
She gave me aggressive again.
So
I gotta put it back on.
It's public record.
I put my house in her name is what I did.
You put your house in my name.
But I got all the emails to prove it. I got everything that I handled the process myself. I was sending emails. Did she say I do cocaine?
Yes, you do cocaine.
All right, so what they are arguing about right now, and y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, because I'll speak louder if y'all can't hear me. Let me know, y'all. Thank you, sis. Okay, so what they're arguing about right now is when they met each other, of course they connected, they liked each other. He's a smooth dude, you know what I'm saying? But she had a YouTube channel, a very lucrative YouTube channel. He didn't at the time. He built his channel off of this. This is how he got his subscribers on YouTube, because in that community, a lot of people followed her and looked up to her. And I'm gonna show y'all who she is. She actually a pretty dope chick. You know, she just got into a situation. She fell in love with somebody who, you know, I don't want to call him a scammer, but it's a lot of things that I'm gonna show y'all that's gonna let you see that like it's something's not right with him. But let me show you guys her channel real quick, because I need y'all to really feel me on this and understand, because she's acting out of character right now. But how many of us are in a relationship and then we just get so fucking sick and tired? And sometimes, you know, your man teach you how to act towards him. As women, I feel like we mimic our men sometimes. And in the beginning, they act a certain way and it might be a shock to us. But after it continues to happen and you continue to get into arguments and it's just completely toxic, then it's like you just be like, and you just get nasty. And so when she started getting nasty, that's when he started picking up the camera and recording her. This is Mercy Gano. I don't want to say her name wrong, but it's Mercy Gano. This is her.
My house caught on fire.
That's
Here's
who
what
he's
happened, and
recording.
here are 3 things you can do to prevent this from happening to you. I am a real estate investor. I have a few properties that I self-manage. My tenants went out of town for a vacation.
I wanted y'all to see how she really looks. That's her daughter, but we're not gonna go to her daughter. I want y'all to see the video that she did about him. I'm sure that that video may still be up, so that y'all can see like that the way she acting in these videos is not really who she is. It was a moment in time for her. Like, she's really a cool chick. Like, let me see a short one. I need a short one, Mercy. And I'm literally sitting up here looking at this shit one day, and I'm like, dang, like, where did this come from? Because, you know, she got a lot of followers and stuff, but, you know, they're just in a different culture, so we didn't know about it. You know, I'm sure her culture, she is, you know, beloved in her culture, but we just didn't know about it. So I got to show y'all this situation, and then I'm going to show y'all how it ended. We're not going to stay on it forever. We are going to get back on to, you know, beloved and all of that. We're going to talk about that, but we got to talk about these people and Diamond Bradley, because this is a story that we're going to follow. I feel like it's a lesson in everything, and I want us to get the lesson out of watching this, because as women, sometimes we don't realize that we put ourselves in a position to look bad and to look like the bad guy. Because before a narcissist breaks up with you, he makes sure he turns everyone around you against you, slowly but surely. The family, if the family liked you, he gonna slowly start making the family see you in a different light. He gonna start recording you. It could be a woman too, man. Some men end up in a relationship with a narcissistic woman, and we all know that women are narcissists too. So we gotta pay attention to the signs of that. I want to talk about that a lot. That's what you're gonna get over here. You're gonna get narc awareness. You know what I mean? My sister taught me all about it, and I'm glad that she did, because I learned how to handle certain things in a better way. So, let's see, the comments went away for a minute. Thank you, Raven. All right, so let's get back to it. I just want y'all to see what y'all watching. So, when they met, he got her to buy the house, because he gave her some reason why he couldn't buy the house, and he got her to buy the house. And I think he wanted her to sell it back to him. But when they started breaking up, he started telling her he wanted her to get out of the house. And this man is crooked, because I'm gonna show y'all how he evicted 2 people in Atlanta, and he recorded recorded that shit for views.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jaguar Wright.
When you think
on
of
this channel, I talk about three aspects of wealth building.
When I think of
which is
clout
real
chaser,
estate,
I think of someone like him. Because you'll see he's in so many different, he tries to get in whatever algorithm he can. Is this the one where he sit there and he's showing her, threatening him? I mean, golly. Oh, this was 2 days ago. He said she threatened him. He's still trying to get caught off of her. What the fuck? I hope Mercy not still messing with him. I can't understand that. Why he saying she threatened him 2 days ago.
Mercy, go. Mercy, instead of sitting on your ass and
he already saw that.
Go get a real job. You got fired. You got fired.
I hope that they're not still messing around. This video was 2 days ago, so he might have seen the video that we did the other day on him. So maybe that's why he's going back into it. But y'all give me a second because I got to go back in his videos. I got to scroll all the way down. Okay. Is that the police? Why is he on his back? I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to click this because it's showing police in it.
You know you do. You do weed. You do cocaine. Oof. You're addicted to porn. Oof. All fake. It's old. Old.
It's only been a year. I wouldn't do it for a year.
God damn.
Because he thinks he can make money. Try it, pussy ass nigga. Go get your kids first. Go try and get your kids.
That's yours, truly.
Instead of trying to use
her and started using her for her money.
I'm not a stupid one.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's for your ex who you used and talk to like that. I mean.
All right.
Yeah, you met me doing my own thing stuff.
Yep. Can't get a fly pregnant. I've been pregnant by mistake before. Yeah. By mistake.
It's too toxic. It's just too toxic. It's so crazy. This is crazy. But some women probably can relate to being in a situation like that where it's just all bad. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and show y'all the eviction that he did. He tried to put this lady out without even going to court. This one got 580 views, y'all. Y'all see it over here? Both of them. I think that one of them was that Diamond, the one in Texas. I don't think so. This is him. Listen.
Good morning, guys.
Look at this man, right?
This is Building a Legacy Brick by Brick. Today has been a long awaited day.
Got a lot of views on this.
Personally, I've had a tenant who's occupied one of my properties
put this lady out without her going to court. This was around COVID time. So
and,
he had to find a way to get around it. They couldn't put you out.
That's taking six
they had
months.
been having problems before this.
But what's important here is
this
day has finally come.
Because Mercy
I'm looking forward to repossessing my home.
But I wanted y'all to see how it got here.
This was the same lady who went on to create all type of ridiculous storylines about me online.
That demon out of her, and she just let
we'll
him
get
go
to later as I evict her today, along with the marshal, and show you guys around home.
Tired.
Stay tuned.
And I got
an army out here for today. See, this is what happens when you got people who love you, you know? You know what I'm saying? When the devil is working crazy stories against you, God is working on your behalf, okay? He's working on your behalf. Today, this tenant, she's been a complete annoyance. She has posted me online, trying to destroy my character. Yo, hold on 1 second, right?
It's the only time I'm gonna pause it, y'all. But I need y'all to know, this tenant that he's evicting, he evicted the tenant because Mercy went and got somebody to help her sell that house, right? And this was the only other house he had. And now he needs the house. He wants to move in the house. So he's pushing her out of the house because he needs the house for himself. I just want y'all to know that he did this because of the breakup that he had with Mercy.
So the Marsha, they go this way, Marsha. That's the main entrance right there, this way. The main entrance that way.
One of them from Liberia, I think, and the other one from Ghana.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is how we get in from this side.
What y'all think? I want to know what y'all thinking. How y'all feeling about this content?
Hold on. Okay. You step back. Okay.
We haven't had a court date, sir.
No, don't go yet. Don't go yet. Yeah. Let's wait. Huh? Right on the street.
Pay your team and file payroll taxes in just a few clicks. Get started at gusto.com.
It's your comeback. Earn a degree you'll be proud of. Apply now at PurdueGlobal.edu.
Now what the fuck wrong with you? Like you lost your fucking mind, nigga? Have you lost your mind?
Hey, they'll get back.
What's wrong with you, man? They still with no car. What car have y'all went to? This shit is easy. You cowhead, punk ass nigga. You when you shit at none of this with my brother will, you a skyrise to the boy. You a skyrise fuck nigga. Better be down to motherfucking police, you fuck nigga.
Go, leave. Leave, Paris, leave. Six months she ain't paid, and this is just crazy.
Listen. Found a way to get around it. He's a scammer.
I need you.
You've been waiting for the watch my car with him. We ain't winning no car. We ain't got nothing. The only paper we ain't got no nothing. Man, the fuck, $2.99, they want to make it.
He knew this shit was gonna get a lot of views. He knew it. That's why he recorded it. He's thirsty to be on YouTube because Mercy got 1 million subscribers, and he wanted to take her subscribers. That's why he started recording her. Sound like my cousin. Make y'all mods while we watching this.
That's the daughter.
Love is all you need. Steady on the
Oh yeah. You can't use the bathroom, my bro. You gotta go pee on the street. You can't go in there. Oh, she went to the marshal. What? Yeah. Put that in the bed. In my country, they say there's 99 days for a rogue and there's 1 day for a master. As I explained here, for those of you who has followed me, this is the home that I own now. This is my third home here. I've owned for a little while here. I've had this tenant in particular who 6 months has refused to record me and put that on me, referring to me as a slumlord while she's living. All those things are now past. It's a very long process, and you will come across disgruntled tenants. On your way to success, you have to learn how to navigate these difficulties, how to be able to understand these things in advance and have certain guidelines as you pick tenants. You can't avoid all the risk, but you can at least be prepared to mitigate some of them. And so today is eviction date, and
This man is a fucking slumlord. Let me go back over here.
I'm excited about that. I want you all to see and share my experiences with you all.
So I want y'all to know that whenever y'all see a post and you see the name Mercy Gano,
use Haverty's free design service to explore your options and happify your home with confidence.
Talking about. Now I'm gonna give this about another 20 minutes with it, and how he speaks to them. That home right there, right here, this home right here, this is the home that he convinced Mercy to buy. He convinced her to buy the home and put it in her name. He gave her debt. It was a bad deal. Something went wrong, and she wanted to sell that house. That's all she wanted to do was sell that house. He had her tied up financially, and he kept saying money wasn't coming in. She was in love with him, and she was helping him. She was paying for stuff. You know, she was really like trying to be a team with him, but then she started to see that he was bleeding her dry. I hope this is the one. I hope this is the one. Wait, I'm gonna roll down a little bit more because maybe this is the one when that tenant had called the police. Last return to home. This is after they bought the house. This is when they sold it. If y'all can see the thing, this is when they sold the house. And I'm gonna show y'all. You see, this is the one when they sold the house, y'all. This is the one about the tenant that he kicked out. He had to kick her out because Mercy bossed up on his ass and got the fuck on. Now I want to show y'all this one video. Mercy Gano working with Sunday. False hacking. Hold on. I really want y'all to see the one that just had me like, wait a minute. Okay. This video ain't nothing but 6 minutes, so we're going to hear his part of it. We're going to hear his part of it, of what happened. And then we're going to hear Mercy part of what happened. Now, this is Mercy.
Hello, everybody.
Background. That's Mercy.
It's been quite a while now since I last sat in front of a camera quite unnatural now, having to have in anything in life that pulls you down. It takes courage to have to overcome it. It takes willingness to accept
Yeah,
to accept the difficulties that come with life, to equip yourself
that's
with the
facts, sis.
understanding
That's facts,
to
sis.
go back and see what you could
Right.
have done differently. And all of these reasons have played a major part and a major reason in why I am now returning to this camera here today. Number one, whatever is done in the dark
I know
always
that's
comes to light.
right.
Remember that. So be cognizant of how you carry yourself, how you treat people, it's just what you do in life because it follows you. It follows you. That's number one. Okay. And there's no number here necessarily that I'm listing off of things, but I'm just explaining to you that it's very important. And returning to the camera today, most importantly, is to have a conversation with you all, share with you all the difficulties that's been going on here. As you can look around you here, I am sitting in my home. As I've said to you many times before, this is my home. This is a home that I've owned for the last 4 years. Excuse me. And the reason why this home holds such significance to me is because at 29 years old, following my divorce, my divorce with my
He
children,
was married before.
I purchased this home on my own. And coming from Liberia as a refugee and having moved to America since 2006, this was a major accomplishment for me. I had become a wealth advisor. I had made it to a successful career, and I was now acquiring a property that showed that I had garnered a certain level of success. I had acquired a certain level of success. And that's why this home is so important to me. Unfortunately, it got wrapped into me being a scammer, being a hacker, to now not only this home is selling my home to somebody and to Mercy and taking my money and wasting it on buying a car cash.
Taking his money. He didn't.
Atrocious things that were said about me. To many people going online and creating videos about me, calling me a scammer, a swindler. And I'm going to go into detail about all of these things. I'm going to explain what has happened here, what was unfortunately cannot replace here in life is reputation. Character means everything. And if your reputation is nothing, then you've lost something very important. You've lost yourself. You've lost the existence and the substance that comes with a person. Your character, your reputation is very, very important. You must protect those things in your life. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm protecting my character. I'm protecting my reputation because I've worked hard to be the best version of myself, continually growing, continually recognizing areas I can improve. And so it's only fair that I sit here and explain to you all in detail where I can, as much as I can, what is happening here from the top to the bottom. So you get a better perspective of this life, of our lives, and all the destructive things that's happened here. And I wanted to start by just telling you on our relationship, Mercy and I. When did I meet her? How did it all translate this way? What occurred? How did we end up in this position? All those things are important to cover. Very, very important to discuss. There's been a lot of mistreatments, a lot of immaturity, and a lot of hurtful things done. Very, very hurtful things done. And I think it's important that we all are able to spend time realizing that, picking up the pieces to either grow together or grow separately. Whichever direction it is, it's best to be able to go back to the source of all of this and find peace and move forward from it. And so that's why we're here. Stay tuned. I will continue to make more pieces of this video to highlight what is important here and what has happened between Mercy and I as it pertains to my home. Again, I never sold anybody my home. To sell a home in the market at this time, that is very, very attractive. You should know that there's more advantage to put your home on the market than to sell it to somebody without ever putting it on the market. Mercy, since we did wrong. She moved from Ohio straight into my home. And part of that was really because the scenario surrounding her ex situation seemed dangerous, and we fell in love. So we had to act quickly in removing her from her ex's home and coming right into my home. So while I had two children living with me at the time,
can y'all hear him? No, it's low.
And not really understanding certain things in life, even though I had accomplished some level of success, because a mature person wouldn't just bring somebody into their home. So there's some things I was lacking myself. But that's exactly what happened. And through retrospection, I've been able to recognize things I can do differently. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Overall, anyhow, she moved right in with me, with my children, her daughter, and her mother came along from the day we started to date officially.
He's saying she moved in with him, but the house is in her name.
Mistakes and just the level of.
He sold her the house so that he could get a commission off of the house. You know how they get a 10% commission when they sell a house. So when he sold her the house, not only did he sell her a house that he's gonna live in too, but he got about a $30,000 to $40,000 commission on the house. I love you, mama, but I can't answer the phone, baby. I'm live. But I love you. If you see this, sorry I had to ignore it, baby. I'm gonna call you when I'm done, mama. I love you. But I can't answer it right now. All right, so we're gonna watch one more video and then we got to go into the Diamond Bradley, because that I've been watching this story for about 2 months now. It's been about 2 months since I started watching this story. And I really want y'all to get into the Diamond Bradley story.
They do the incredible. Help save lives. So can you. Your CSL plasma donation can help create 24 life-saving medicines. Be rewarded for your generosity. Help save so many lives. Donate at CSL Plasma today.
Contact the petitioner in place of the petitioner for the purpose of harassing or intimidating the petitioner. Respondent to join and restrain from any.
Today is July 22nd, June 22nd. Thank you.
Restrain from doing or threatening to do any active injury, maltreating, molesting, harassing, harming, or abusing the petitioner's family or household. Okay, this one right here. These are all signed by.
Does that mean I have to leave the house now?
I'm gonna get to that. Okay.
Okay.
So this one right here.
Okay.
Until further ordered by this court, petitioner, which is her. Okay. So order sole and exclusive use of the family residence, 2540 Oakwood Lane, Smyrna, Georgia. All right. Respondent is ordered to leave the family residence immediately by us. Okay. We're gonna allow you 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes to get some clothes.
I thought about doing this.
15 minutes. Get the fuck on.
Right now, I was at so.
And unfortunately, it's first come, first serve, kind of deal. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So
I had the car all day. I thought about it. I just didn't do it.
So respondents immediately surrender and to law enforcement. And any keys, garage door openers, any security devices you have to the residence. Okay. So we'll take keys. You don't have a key or a garage door opener?
No, the key is in there. I can find it in my back so I can give you.
Okay. You're ordered to stay away from petitioner's residence. This one, 2540 Oakwood Way, Smyrna, Georgia. Any schools, subsequent residence, workplace, school, petitioner, pretty much anywhere you know she may go, on a daily, you have to stay away from it. Okay. You're ordered to stay 500 yards away from her in the house. Okay. Ordered not to have any contact, direct, indirect, to another person with the petitioner by telephone, pager, fax, email, any of the means of communication. All right, so it's 2022, man. Social media is a big one.
Absolutely. Right. What did I want to just say?
Social media.
Okay.
So through another person as well.
Absolutely, I wouldn't do that.
A third party, something like that. Respondent only when it comes to our local law enforcement shall be able to remove his or her clothing. So we're gonna give you some time right now.
Okay. And if I need to come back in here, I can call you, right?
You can just you can set up a time.
Okay, cool.
We'll have to get with her and set up a time. Okay. But even then, we'll still only give you about another 15 minutes.
All right. Thank you so much.
You got 15 minutes to leave her house.
Okay.
Yes.
Ordered not to sell and come to trade damage contract to sell lies disposal.
But what she messed up at,
the property with pets,
when she was in love with him, she went back for y'all.
It's a business. So pretty much what that's saying is any of the furniture
That's what she
or
messed
any
up
of your
at.
property that's left here,
Go back.
she can't
in Georgia,
destroyed,
they're not
damaged,
gonna give you that in
stuff
Georgia
like that.
unless they got some proof that you are being a
You
danger.
can go through
You
WD.
can't just
Well,
go and say, "Oh, this person
ordered but
doing
not
this," and it
disconnected,
be
have
over with.
disconnected any
Because my
home
mama went
utilities,
through that.
changed or have changed or have canceled
And it
other
is
health
first
life
come,
insurance
first
for
serve
the
too.
respondent petitioner or
So if somebody do
interfere with
come
the
before
respondent
you,
petitioner's mail. So she can't mess with
yeah.
your mail. You can't mess with her mail. Both y'all can't disconnect any of the home utilities or change or any of the life insurance or any of the insurance policies. Okay?
I can't cancel right
You like you can't put no life insurance on her so you can kill her or nothing.
No, right. You just
Oh,
gotta
I
keep
went
paying the
for
bills as is.
the same word. Dang,
This one here,
I hope they don't.
pretty much.
I'm not even monetized yet, so what am I doing? What am I saying? All right, y'all. Y'all ready to move on? Y'all ready to get into the Diamond Bradley? Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. All right. I remember when her. So you ready? Okay. Yes. 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 Sis, I'm coming back to the Faces commentary, sis. Keep posting that for me too, because I'll be having to go back to the comment thing and look and find it. But yes, okay, y'all, we're about to get into Diamond Bradley. This is an important story. This is a big story. And we're gonna follow it because yes, I remember when her and her sister came up missing in Chicago and they never found them. It was a lady in Texas recently claiming to be Diamond. They were supposed to be getting a DNA test. No, okay, now I see when you said, what is that the lady in Texas? I thought you were talking about Mercy. But yes, Diamond, the lady who we're gonna talk about, yes, that's the lady who ended up in Texas. And I was talking to Yushraya about it yesterday. We was talking about it yesterday. And I was telling her like how I want to say how X trafficking works. Sometimes people who are doing that as an adult may not even know or realize that they could have been taken and put into that. You know what I mean? And they never get caught or found because they were taken as babies or as kids. And they end up being, women that work on the street and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's a big thing with the X trafficking. Can I say that? Can I say that? I don't want to have no problems getting monetized later on. So I don't want to do too much. We're gonna hear about it now, sis. We're gonna get into it now, sis. We're gonna get into it right now. We're gonna hear about it right now, babe. But yeah, y'all, I want to watch what I say, y'all. I really do, because me, Raven, and Yushraya, we about to build something here. We about to build something big. If you want to be a part of it, come on with us. Jump in the comments, like, comment, subscribe, share the live. We got a mission, and our mission is very positive. All right, but we're gonna unpack some things too. We're gonna get into the drama. We're gonna get into the tea. We're gonna get into the mess. But we got a purpose at the end of the day. All right, so I'm gonna put this one in first, so we'll get caught up in the story, right? Oh Lord, I ain't typing. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna put this one in first, and I'm gonna let y'all hear the story, the first story. All right, that one is 21 minutes. Where are Bradley sisters? Okay, that's there. We're gonna watch that one too, because that's there. This is the girl who says she might be Diamond Bradley. We have to get into that. But before we do, I'm going to show you. All right, boom.
It started with apple picking. Our third date when we went apple picking, it was a noteworthy date.
She was a lot of fun. She was very funny, very entertaining.
Date that kind of makes you look back and think, okay, this person is someone to me.
because it gets real messy. Doing crazy stuff. We're gonna get into it. Play my live, play my video.
No new leads and no clues to where Tionda and Diamond Bradley might be.
4 difficult years later, Tracy Bradley's prayers have yet to be answered.
15 years ago, 2 girls, young girls, Diamond and Tionda Bradley, disappeared from their Southside home.
It has been 17 years since the Bradley sisters went missing. It's hard to believe that it's been 18 years since Diamond and Tionda Bradley went
sisters
missing.
who went missing some 19 years ago. The family of Tionda and Diamond Bradley is holding a gathering at 5:30 tonight at Taylor Park.
In 2001, 10-year-old Tionda Bradley and her 3-year-old sister Diamond vanished from their home, seemingly without a trace. Their disappearance sparked one of. We are going to focus on their story. Tionda and Diamond Bradley were born to Tracy Bradley and lived in an apartment in Bronzeville, Chicago, Illinois. Diamond's father was said to be a man named George Washington. Washington was involved in a dispute with Tracy over his possible paternity. Despite this, he and Tracy were on and off for a long time. Tionda's father remains unconfirmed and unclear. Tracy Bradley was the single mother of 4 girls, and Tracy's family always helped out, babysitting and supporting her as she raised her daughters. As well as her family, there was a neighbour and good friend of Tracy who lived in the same building, and he supported her too. Was described as someone that had a strong sense of right and wrong and was very intelligent for her age. Around people she didn't know, however, she was much more reserved. Tionda loved nothing more than writing, riding her bike, dancing and gymnastics, putting herself up to be in every school talent show. Younger sister Diamond was 3. She followed her older sister Tionda and mother around everywhere. Her sister Rita said she would jump from couch to couch and had bundles of energy. Tionda was fiercely protective of her little sister, and the pair had a very close relationship. On July 5th, 2001, Tionda and Diamond's other 2 sisters, Rita and Victoria, left the apartment to stay with their grandmother for the night. Tracy stayed home with Tionda and Diamond. Allegedly also at the apartment was Washington, who spent the night there too. They had all been planning a camping trip and were set to celebrate Victoria's birthday in a couple of days. The following morning, July 6th, according to Tracy, she awoke before 6 a.m, kissed both of her girls goodbye before leaving for work at Robert Taylor Park, where she prepared lunches for children in a summer program. She said she left the apartment secure and locked, and Tionda was asked to watch over Diamond, and as always, was given strict instructions not to open the door to anybody. Washington also left with Tracy and dropped her off at work. Most reports state that Tracy and Washington left the apartment at around 6:30 a.m. Tracy used a phone at work to call the apartment sometime between 7 and 8 a.m, but the call went unanswered. She said she was concerned, but told herself her girls must have fallen back to sleep. When Tracy's shift finished just before noon, she returned to the apartment with Washington again after he had picked her up. She called out her daughters' names, but got no response. Tionda and Diamond were nowhere to be seen. Tracy panicked and asked Washington to help her look for the girls, but he left and drove away in his car. A small pile of clothes was left on the couch, alongside a handwritten note. It was written by 10-year-old Tionda. The note said that she and Diamond had gone to the nearby school playground and a local store and would be back soon. Tracy said her girls would never have left the apartment without her telling them they could, and they wouldn't have opened the door to any unknown person, and the rest of the Bradley family agreed. Tracy said she searched for hours that day, panicking that if she phoned the police, she would be in trouble for leaving her children alone, and this may have resulted in her other girls being taken away. However, at around 6:30 p.m, 12 hours after she had last seen them, she called 911. She initially panicked and told the police that she had simply taken a nap and woken up to realise they were missing. But after more questioning, she told them that she had left them alone to go to work.
Oh, travel, how we've missed you. Except for the neck aches, the sore backs, all the stumbles in between. Travel be a pain. Advil has your back.
We're reinventing our network so you can deliver even more to your customers.
At the time of the girl's disappearance, Tionda was enrolled in summer school classes at Doolittle Elementary School. But
Listen to this again, y'all. I had to run it
that day, panicking that if she phoned the police, she would be in trouble for leaving her children alone, and this may have resulted in her other girls being taken away. However, at around 6:30 p.m., 12 hours after she had last seen them, she called 911. She initially panicked and told the police that she had simply taken a nap and woken up to realise they were missing. But after more questioning, she told them that she had left them alone to go to work. At the time of the girl's disappearance, Tionda was enrolled in summer school classes at Doolittle Elementary School, but school officials confirmed she was definitely absent that day. Several children in the neighbourhood stated the sisters were seen playing outside their apartment at around 12 p.m. Other children told the police they saw the two girls at the school playground at around lunchtime. Authorities didn't fully feel these claims could be substantiated, however, and worried the children that said they saw the girls may have got the days and times confused. In the beginning of the investigation, a rotating crew of 100 detectives worked around the clock, searching everywhere from sewers and lagoons to abandoned buildings and factories. They questioned more than 100 registered sex offenders in the area, and more than 30 relatives were interviewed and then re-interviewed. Almost 1,000 tips came in. Psychics claimed to know the location of the girls' bodies, while other people said the girls were being held as sex slaves in a small town in Illinois. Another tip said that the man who some people think may be Tionda's father, who was from Morocco, had kidnapped both girls and taken them overseas. But all of these leads went nowhere. Investigators believe whoever was involved knew the girls, and in turn, the girls trusted the person or persons implicitly. Their Aunt Faith agreed and said that Tionda would not have opened the door for a stranger. In Chicago in 2001, at the time the girls went missing, there had only been 5 cases of abductions at the hands of strangers within the 15 years prior. Statistically, and with all the information put together, many people just didn't believe it was a random abduction. One day, when Tracy was being questioned by Chicago police, a vital piece of evidence was brought to light. Tracy had left her phone with family members while she was speaking with detectives, and a few people decided to check her voicemail. A voicemail had been left on the phone by 10-year-old Tionda on the morning she and her sister had disappeared. On that morning, Tracy's cell phone wasn't with her, according to family members. It was with Tionda. "Mom, pick up the phone. George is at the door. Can I open the door? He said that we're going to Jules to pick up the cake there. We're coming to pick you up from work." This cake was for her sister Victoria's birthday that was the following day. It is unclear whether Tionda was referring to George Washington or the family's neighbour, George Sr., but George was the name heard on the recording by 10 family members. For unknown reasons, this voicemail would be lost.
Pause it right there. That's what I want y'all to peep, right? First of all, I'm sorry. First of all, the first thing that she did wrong was that she didn't call the police immediately. And a lot of people tiptoe around this subject because it's so heartbreaking. You know what I mean? It's been over 20 years that this happened. But we got to really talk about this because we know at this time, I know, you know what I'm saying, it was people in my family that dealt with, you know what I'm saying, addiction and things like that. So we know about how that works, and I feel like that was something that was covered up. I feel like the mom was really dealing with something else and battling something. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm not saying that she was on drugs or anything, but there was times that the police or the news had saw her and she just looked out of whack. She just looked not herself. What person do you know goes to sit down with the news and their hair is not done? Like their hair is out of whack, or they look bad, or you want to see a video of her and she's gonna be talking, but it's almost like you wonder if she really cares. And I believe wholeheartedly that she did care, but I believe that she was hiding something. And like I was saying, the first mistake she made, right, was not calling the police immediately. She said that she didn't do that because she was afraid that the police would take all her kids, and because she left them at home alone. You know, we know how it is. Like, if like back in when I was younger, my mom did have to, leave us for a quick minute before, but my sister was like 11 or 12. I was 10. We was close in age. We didn't let nobody in. That was one of the biggest rules. Like, don't let nobody in this door. I don't care who knock on this door. Don't let nobody in this door, right? So we're dealing with I think she said a 10-year-old. I think that she was 7 or 10. All right, I'm gonna go back and listen. Whether she was 7 years old, or whether she was 10 years old, regardless, she was at home with the 3-year-old baby, which is Diamond. So when you get there, why not tell the police exactly what happened? Like, why not immediately call the police? That bothers me. Okay, you afraid that they're gonna take your kids? Listen, I would rather have to fight for my kids and know where all of them are versus not tell the police and know that something is not right. My kids have vanished. I would not be able to go like that without calling the police. Yes, I think she was on drugs. That was the word on the street back then. They lied and said she was asleep, but she wasn't there. Big facts, sis. Exactly. So we need to dive into that because this is crazy. Like, they could have found them. I feel like they could have found them, and it's years later. And I know her daughters don't play about her. Shout out to you. What's her daughter's name? I want to say it was Reva, or I don't want to say that wrong name. I want to say it was Reva, but I want to make sure I get the name right. But she do have 2 more children. Okay. Now the second thing was the voicemail. Why did you delete the voicemail? 10 family members heard that voicemail when she was over talking to the police and she left her phone. There was a voicemail on the phone saying it was George. Mind you, when she came back home from packing the lunches for the children, which she could have been out on a drug binge outside out the house. Because the hours that they said she was gone was like weird. And if you were packing lunches for children in a summer program, why not bring your children with you? If you're going to be around children in a summer program and you're up packing lunches, I'm sure that there was a place for your kids to go. And I'm going to let y'all get into it because I got to let y'all hear the auntie. I feel like the auntie, shout out to her because she's been keeping this name alive for years, but the family now is coming down on the auntie. Okay, Raven, she was 10. But the family now is coming down on the auntie, which is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. But we're gonna let this ride. I just want y'all to know, pay attention to the red flags. Okay, it's been over 20 years. We need to dive deep into this. A lot of people don't want to touch on it because we know that this woman is in pain because her children have vanished. But is she in pain because of guilt, or is she in pain because she really don't know? We feel like it's starting to feel like she know more than she say she know. And I know that she got her daughters that's gonna protect her and everything. And I don't know if they ever happen to see this video. Shout out to you, but we need to use this as a lesson, as a cautionary tale to the women that may be afraid to call 911 because something going on with their kids, or maybe afraid to call 911 because they can't find their kids, thinking they're gonna all be taken. I'd rather fight for my kids and know where they are versus be afraid to call 911 and lose my child because of that. That's where your faith come in at.
Whether it was deleted on purpose or simply not saved, the message Tianda left no longer exists. A few days later, an image of two young girls resembling the pair was found on a surveillance video at the store named Jules that Tionda had spoken of in the voicemail. Police asked if Tracy could confirm whether it was her girls on the tape, but they were met with resistance from her. Tracy said she didn't believe it would be her daughters, despite not seeing the video.
She wouldn't watch
Tracy eventually agreed to view the footage, which was now in the hands of the FBI. But sadly, although very coincidental, it wasn't the missing pair.
Difficult years later, Tracy Bradley's prayers have yet to be answered, but she keeps hoping as the search for her two missing daughters goes on. Good afternoon. I'm Antonio Moore.
And I'm Diane Burns. Now, there are no suspects, no new leads, and no clues to where Tionda and Diamond Bradley might be. I talked to Tracy Bradley about her pain and a dream that haunts her, yet offers her some hope 4 years later.
My kids that has been missing, for 4 years, and it's kind of hard. It's very hard.
Bradley says whoever took the girls also took a huge piece of her heart and her life.
In your heart, though, you must wonder who would wanna hurt you.
I don't know, and it just hurts a lot, and it's going to continue hurting until they return.
Another key piece of evidence was the note left on the couch. One of the girls' aunts said that the letter was Tionda's penmanship, but truly, in my heart, I think she was coached into writing that letter. When she wrote letters or certain words, she wouldn't spell it correctly, so this didn't match up with her writing. Other family members said that if Tionda had wanted to tell her mother something, she would have just called her cell phone, not left a note. Tionda's school provided handwriting samples, and the FBI said to the best of their knowledge, Tionda did write that note, but questions surrounding whether or not Tionda wrote it of her own accord and free will are still being asked today. Washington was interviewed by police within the first few days of the investigation. It is said he did this voluntarily and agreed to his home and vehicle being searched. Several hairs were found in the trunk of his Lincoln. Forensic testing concluded that these hairs could have belonged to either Tionda, Diamond, or Tracy. But the lack of clarity surrounding whose hairs they were, and when the hairs got there, meant there was little the police could do. As well as the hairs, Washington also had a receipt from Home Depot, showing that shortly before the girls went missing, he had made some questionable purchases. Gloves, garbage bags, and bleach were all purchased at the same time, and authorities and some of the Bradley family deemed this to be suspicious.
Y'all, this is the, okay, so let me get this straight real quick, because this is like, so when I was sitting back watching this, I was like, literally, like, what the hell? Because you can't go back in time. You know what I mean, y'all? We can't go back in time. And trafficking, human trafficking, that is really big. It's really big. It is happening right under our noses. And and children, when they are abducted at a young age like that, they don't know. You know what I mean? That's like children going to foster care. They just grow up one day and realize that they're a foster child. They don't even realize it at a young age. They're not cognizant to what's really going on. And it's something in particular that Tracy said that is relevant today, and something that's going on with them, with the girl coming out and saying that she could possibly be Diamond Bradley. And she does have that scar on her head. And we're going to get into that, but we got to start at the root first. So right now, our focus is on Tracy, because what they're going to also tell you is that Tracy left with George, and then she came back with George, but George didn't stay around to look for the children. Okay? George did not stay around to look for the children. They saw something in his truck that could be the hairs of the girls. George had a paternity issue, and then he had just found out that the baby Diamond was actually his. Okay? She could have possibly been doing drugs. I believe that she was battling addiction. Hey, I told you I've been sober for 3 years, 3+ years. I didn't even realize that it's literally going on 5 years actually. But I stopped counting after 3. But what I'm saying that for is because I don't judge anyone. But I can tell you this. When I was going through what I was going through, when I realized that my body was physically dependent on having pain medication, and I didn't realize that, it was more of a physical dependence than anything. But I never put anything before my children. I changed my life because I was pregnant. When I got pregnant, it was a wrap because I could not even fathom the thought of my child being hurt by something that I did. So I'm saying that to say that I am not judging this woman. I have been through things, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. Everybody has been tiptoeing around her because they don't want to say that she could have possibly messed up this whole thing because of her shame, because of her wanting to hide things. The aunt was always at the forefront, and now the aunt is getting bashed when the aunt just wanted the truth to be out. It's like one of those things. It's like the family secret. You know what I mean? Like for example, what happened with Jag, right? With her sister ex-husband. You know, you can clearly tell from the way that her sister reacts that it is true. And her sister knows it's true. But it's like a family secret that they brush under the rug. So everybody covers it up to protect everybody's feelings, to protect people from feeling guilt and stuff. So it's like we can't do that anymore. We have to call it is what it is, basically what I'm saying. It is what it is. And we have to face our demons as a people. We have to face our demons in order to break those generational cycles. Because this could have been prevented, y'all, and this is a cautionary tale. I pray that this never happens to any. I know it won't happen to mine because I would never. But to anybody else, you know what I mean? It's hard being a woman out here trying to work, trying to take care of your kids and stuff. I get it. I get it. I love you, mama. I get it. But let's keep going. We gotta keep out. I love it.
Washington also had a criminal record for burglary and soliciting prostitution. Regarding her daughter's disappearances,
Burglary.
she did not allow police to talk to her other two children, Rita and Victoria, and she refused to give a handwriting sample to use as a comparison to the note that was found on the couch. In 2002, Tracy reportedly shoved a police officer who requested that she accompany him to the station to discuss new leads in the case. Authorities also said that Tracy missed several scheduled appointments with detectives. Tracy's spiritual advisor told the media that officers had violated her rights by forcibly taking her to the precinct. Authorities argue that Tracy was physically combative and they needed to restrain her. Tracy.
Now, I'm not gonna pause it for long, y'all, but we gotta dissect this. Tracy was not cooperative with the police. She did not keep the appointments. She did not keep the dates of things that she was supposed to do. She did not allow them to talk to Rita. Rita and I don't want to get the name wrong. She just said the name, y'all. Rita and the other one. I don't want to call the baby the other one. Let me get the name right. I don't like that. Let me get it right. Let me get it right.
In 2002, Tracy reportedly shoved a police officer who requested that she accompany him to the station to discuss new leads in the case, and authorities and some of the Bradley family deemed this to be suspicious. Washington also had a criminal record for burglary and soliciting prostitution. Authorities stated that Tracy was uncooperative regarding her daughter's disappearances. To talk to her other two children, Victoria, and she uses a
I'm sorry, y'all, but I just want to make sure that I get them babies' names right because they've been through a lot. We're gonna listen to how Rita and Victoria feel about it. And Rita was just snapping on somebody about her mama. So she don't play about her mama, and I understand that and I respect that. But this is a cautionary tale that we need to see and know and understand. This is a beautiful woman. This was a beautiful family. And I feel like they could have been avoided. And the only way that we can fix things in the future is if we look back in the past and get that 20/20 hindsight vision and know how to move forward. Now this man had made a trip to Home Depot. This man, they found hairs in the back of his trunk that could have been Tianda's hairs. This man said they were going on a camping trip for Rita and for Rita's birthday, but yet Rita and Victoria were away with somebody else. So how were they going on a camping trip? Or was that an alibi to explain the ropes and shit that man bought from Home Depot? And she didn't want to cooperate with the police. She wanted to get high and not think about it. She wanted to numb herself, if you ask me. If you ask me, what person want to find their kids that don't cooperate with the police?
To the note that was found on the couch. In 2002, Tracy reportedly shoved a police officer who requested that she accompany. Authorities also said that Tracy missed several scheduled appointments with detectives. Tracy's spiritual advisor told the media that officers had violated her rights by forcibly taking her to the precinct. Authorities argued that Tracy was physically combative and they needed to restrain her. Tracy did take a polygraph test shortly after Tianda and Diamond disappeared, which she passed. And although police said her actions and changing stories were suspicious, she was never named as a suspect in her daughter's disappearances. Tracy moved away a few years after her girls went missing and changed her phone number. She still holds vigils for her daughters and says, "I know in my heart they're still alive." Tianda and Diamond's sister Victoria said that Tracy had 2 more children after the girls disappeared, and these siblings knew nothing about Tianda and Diamond. Victoria and Rita said they had to explain to them that they had 2 other sisters and that they were missing.
We can't grieve, we can't heal, we're just in limbo.
That state of numbness drives Shalia Bradley Smith in her relentless search for Tianda and Diamond Bradley.
No one should have to live with not knowing. If there was a funeral, you could grieve, but you can't grieve if you don't have bodies.
Come on.
The girl's great aunt, Shalia Bradley Smith, said several years ago that she got in touch with the family that now has the phone linked to the number that Tracy used to have. She wanted to let them know about the girls, just in case Tianda ever dialed the number that used to be hers.
Where did you see that at?
Shalia has been a huge driving force in keeping the case in the public eye, and has many thoughts on it too. She believes that Washington had something to do with the disappearance of her great nieces. She also believes that Tianda and Diamond actually went missing on July 5th, not the 6th.
They went missing on the 5th. Not the
Tracy
6th.
disagrees with Shalia and doesn't believe that Washington is involved. Tracy kept her on-off relationship with him going and went on to have a son with him, whom Washington took custody
They
of.
had another baby.
A private
after
detective
this.
named James Miller jumped on board the case and worked free of charge to help the family. He started travelling far and wide in his search for the girls. In 2007, an email was sent to Shalia. Part of the email read, "This is Tianda." They linked this email to a MySpace page. On the page, there was a photo of a girl that bore a strong resemblance to the age-progressed photos of Tianda. When some of the children in the family saw the photo, they even asked if they had finally found her. A forensic artist named Lois Gibson was given 3 pictures from the MySpace page to compare against images of Tianda from 6 years earlier. Gibson didn't want to build up any false hope for the family, so was initially looking for signs that it wasn't her. But Gibson said, "I went over every feature and went, oh my God, it's her." Sadly, the IP addresses and associated details did not link anything to Tianda Bradley. The hope of the family came crashing down even more when a man came forward and said the girl in the photo was his daughter, and through DNA, this was confirmed. In 2013, Shalia received another email. The sender lived in Gary, Indiana. She said in the email she needed to clear her conscience. She said on the morning the girls had disappeared, her boyfriend was unaccounted for. Later that evening, when he turned up, he was visibly shaken and distressed. He told her that he had done something messed up and stated, "She saw it. I had to kill her." These details were passed on to the police, who made contact with the sender. Police remained very tight-lipped about this tip. For unknown reasons, the sender, once cooperative, suddenly stopped engaging with the police and no longer wanted to give information. In 2017, private investigator James Miller, who had dedicated so many years to trying to find the girls, passed away after a battle with cancer. Tianda and Diamond's family were devastated and didn't feel it would be as easy as someone simply carrying on his behalf, due to the amount he had personally put into the case.
Ravi, it's hard to believe that it's been 18 years since Diamond and Tianda Bradley went missing, in part because their family has kept their disappearance in the public eye, holding yearly vigils on this date, hoping that one day the tip will come in that finally brings them home. The sisters' disappearance is still one of Chicago's biggest unsolved mysteries.
Lord, we thank you. Lord, we thank you.
And yet it's a mystery their family refuses to let go of, gathering as they do year upon year on this date to remember them. Their story kept in the public eye to remind people that Diamond and Tianda were never found, in the hopes that someday someone with knowledge of what happened to them will break their silence.
I can go out on a limb and say, yeah, we have a pot on the stove, but the pot on the stove, in order to get it cooking, we need the gas. And there's somebody out there that has that information that we're considering to be the gas to get this criminal prosecution or give us information on where these girls at. The information is out there.
From the way we are greeted to the quality of the food, Culver simply puts more care into every meal.
Detective Ace on and off until his retirement in 2013. He said, "Almost every case I've ever worked, especially the violent crimes, you're always able to either include someone or exclude someone, and this was the only case I worked in my entire career where I couldn't exclude anyone or include anyone." In 2019, Shalia posted on the Missing Diamond and Tianda Bradley Facebook page, pleading for the girls to come home. Shalia said a woman responded saying, "We're trying." Through a series of messages, Shalia said she went on to say that she was Tianda and that she and Diamond have been together this entire time, that they both have kids and Diamond is in college. The woman was willing to take a DNA test to prove she was Tianda.
New hope in the case of two Chicago sisters who have been missing for almost 2 decades now. Diamond and Tianda Bradley were last seen near their Southside apartment back in 2001. Well, recently, a woman contacted their family with a surprising claim. Here's John Garcia with a story that's new at 4:30.
She pretty much said that she's Tianda, and she showed me pictures of some children that one is supposed to be hers and the other one is supposed to be Diamond.
A woman in Texas goes by the name Lele Rodriguez on Facebook. She communicated with me earlier today. When I asked if she is Tianda Bradley, she said yes. She does not say whether she is going to get a DNA test, but asked me not to contact her anymore.
She went on to say that she was Tianda, that her and Diamond has been together all this time. They both have children. Diamond is in college. So I was asking questions about, birthmarks, scars, what happened, how did you end up there? I think she detected that I was skeptical, and she got a little upset. She did. She says, "Auntie, you of all people should know this is me."
But this was nothing more than a cruel hoax. Every year, the family holds a vigil on the anniversary of their disappearance to honour the girls and hopefully spark more interest in the case. Today, the release of this episode falls on July 6th, 2021, and this marks the 20th anniversary of the disappearance of Tianda and Diamond Bradley.
And now we're in 2023, okay? And sis, Eustralia, you are right. They have not released the results yet, right? They said that it could take up to 3 to 5 years. They literally, when we get through this, and I bring y'all up to date on what's going on right now, it really is chilling because it feels like this could really possibly be Diamond. And it was something that the lady said in one of her interviews that I want you guys to pay attention to as well. I'm going to let this finish real quick, and I'm going to go to that.
If you have any information relating to the disappearance or whereabouts of Tianda Bradley and Diamond Bradley, I've left links in the description box for any tips that people may wish to leave that could help locate them.
Diamond and Tianda! Diamond and Tianda! Diamond and Tianda! Diamond and Tianda! Diamond and Tianda!
Now, if the man George Washington was a suspect, the man had a burglary charge. We don't know what George Washington looked like. I never saw a picture of George Washington. That's the first thing, right? Then the second thing is the fact that, you know, we don't know where he is, what happened, what he doing. We don't know any of that, right? We don't know any of that. All we know is that he was a suspect. There was hairs in the car. Okay. There was reasons to believe that it could have been him. There was a voicemail saying George is at the door, that we're going to get the cake, right? And this is the same person who was saying they were planning a camping trip. Like, let's be real. And I feel like they went too soft on the mom. They should have really spoke to her more. They should have let the police do their job. But see, her spiritual advisor, which means a pastor or preacher, came and helped cover up the family secret, because they came at the police like, y'all don't have a right to do that. They were protecting her because they probably knew she had an addiction, and they didn't want that to be out in the street in Chicago, that she messed up and she had an addiction and lost her children, or possibly they didn't want her to look bad. Which I get it, I understand it. I think that the lady is a good person, but whatever happened to her kids, she went on to have another baby with that man. I could not. He did not stay to look for them. He didn't stay. When the police came to look for them girls, he wasn't there. And if he so-called dropped you off at work and you were there from 6 a.m. to 12 or to 2, because we don't even know if that's true. We don't even know if that's true, where she said she worked at. We don't, because if you really worked at a place where you were feeding kids, why wouldn't you bring your kids? If you work at a daycare, your kids shouldn't be at home alone. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Do y'all feel me on that? Am I tripping? Right, sis. Come on. Come on. Yes. I do too, sis. I do too. You over there researching. Stop. You over there researching, sis. I know you are. Stop. I can tell, cause you, yes, I do too. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Hold on, sis. Hold on. We gotta slow walk this. We gotta slow walk this, girl. Stop researching. We gotta slow walk this, girl. All right. All right. So now now I need to show y'all that interview, right? They didn't show the whole thing. Missing Chicago 21 years ago. Is this the one? Diamond Bradley. No, I want to show y'all the interview from years ago. I don't want to show y'all the one from recent. That is Rita. And Rita don't play. Child, we're gonna get into what Rita's talking about, but hold on. Because I need y'all I gotta go to the old one. That's Rita's sister right there. Ooh, Neek, can we do no, because Neek might not want nobody to share her content, but we gonna most definitely see this. Okay, yes. Now we're gonna go to this real quick. Damn, that's the interview right there. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Before we move forward, that means that y'all supposed to see it because I see it. Hold up, this the one that I want y'all to see. This interview was 15 years ago. That's the stuff I want to see. We got to go back in this thing. Now, the interview 15 years ago, the girls was missing for years. Even
Yes, too.
I mean, this
Have yet to be answered, but she keeps hoping as the search for her two missing daughters goes on. Good afternoon. I'm Antonio Moore.
And I'm Diane Burns. Now, there are no suspects, no new leads, and no clues to where Tianda and Diamond Bradley might be. I talked to Tracy Bradley about her pain and a dream that haunts her, yet offers her some hope 4 years later.
My kids that has been missing, for 4 years, and it's kind of hard. It's very hard.
Summer is the toughest time of year for Tracy Bradley. It was 4 years ago today that her daughters Tianda, 10, and Diamond, just 3, vanished from their apartment in the Oakland neighborhood. Bradley says whoever took the girls also took a huge piece of her heart and her life.
In your heart, though, you must wonder who would want to hurt you.
I don't know, and it just hurts a lot, and it's going to continue hurting until they return.
On July 6, 2001, the girls left a note saying they went out to play. Bradley, a single mother of 4 trying hard to make ends meet, was at work. Now, aside from her grief, she's had to withstand the subtle and not so subtle accusations that she somehow was to blame for the girls' disappearance because she wasn't home.
I was going to work, be trying to make money, to survive for me and my kids. Pay rent like that, you know what I'm saying? So any parent would do that.
And then there were days of questions from police.
Went through the process and everything, lie detector test. Okay, I passed it. But I was questioned for 72 hours in there.
Bradley says she hopes someone comes forward with the real answers, if not for her other 2 children. She said family occasions are bittersweet.
I kind of feel the other 2 left out, because they're not around, and I could have shared the same moment with all 4 of them.
The uncertainty has taken a toll on Bradley.
I can't sleep because I'm thinking about them every day.
Pay attention.
They're out there somewhere. They just don't know where they are.
When she does sleep, Bradley has this recurring dream that does give her hope, but it also breaks her heart.
The only thing I will ask Tianda, where's Diamond at? She said, Mom, I'm gonna take you there. And we're about to go. The dream just constantly go away.
A prayer vigil for Diamond and Tianda is tonight at 6 at 35th and South Lake Park. CBS 2's Jim Williams has a live report from the scene coming up on the news.
All right, y'all. We got to digest that real quick, y'all. We got to digest that. Because, hold on, I can't let that play. I don't know what that is. If we gonna...
My granddaughter means more to me than anything in the
I'm
world.
going to let it play. All right, after this, we're going to digest some shit. Now,
Tianda was the older sister.
grandma.
She was 10. Diamond was 3. Diamond looked up to her older sister, 7 years younger. Anywhere Tianda went, Diamond went. I mean, Diamond just loved her older sister, as you can imagine, and Tianda loved her little sister. And even though they were 7 years apart, they were basically play together, would spend time together.
She would always have Diamond on her hip like a little grown woman walking through the house with her.
She's very sensitive, very loving. She's the most amazing girl you ever meet.
My heart breaks for her that they're missing still, as little as they are.
She's so precious, and I haven't even got a chance to tell her how
The
much I
mom
love
didn't
her.
even feel like this. The mom
On
wasn't even
July
crying like
6,
grandma.
2001, 10-year-old Tianda Bradley and her 3-year-old sister, Diamond Bradley, disappeared.
The day before, their other 2 siblings went over to their grandmother's house for the night. And the mother, which is Tracy Bradley, actually stayed home that day to watch over the other kids. It's our understanding there was a picnic planned, actually a camping trip planned. And unfortunately, that camping trip never took place due to the fact that the kids became missing.
Left about 6 o'clock, gave both the girls a kiss goodbye, said she'd be home around 11 when her shift ended.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
And left.
That's what I'm talking about right there. I gotta stop that because that's bullshit. That's bull. You know what I'm saying? Like they want us to look at this story like, and I don't doubt that she loved her kids, but they want us to look at this story, and it's a lot of stories that are like this because I watched a lot of them where they like, she gave both of the girls a kiss goodbye. She went off to go do her job and go to work, and she was just no, she wasn't on it like that with her kids. Because if she was, then the police wouldn't think that the girls was missing on the 6th when they was really missing on the 5th. Y'all not finna play that with us. Like she was just a doting mother and gave the boy. No, she had some other stuff going on, and she was chasing something else. Now, it either started with a D or a C, but either one, that's what had her attention. I'm not saying that she's a bad person. Addiction is a real life mental illness, y'all. It's really recognized now as a mental illness. People who go through addiction. So I'm not saying that this woman is an evil person or a bad person, but I'm saying that we need to take the veil up off of this so that we can see like, hey, it is women out there. The grandmother passed away. Stop researching, shouty. Look, you enjoy. Just stop researching, shouty. But no, y'all. Do y'all feel like that? Like, am I tripping, y'all? Like, they gave the two daughters a kiss. She gave them a kiss goodbye, and she went to go work hard. Why not have Victoria and Rita home too to watch that 3-year-old baby? Why would Tianda at 10 be watching a baby by herself? If you got 4 kids, it's best, if you're going to leave them kids at home, it's best to leave all 4 of them together versus split them up. Send the baby who birthday coming up to another house and keep it. It's not right, y'all. It don't add up. And if anything, the other 2 children, the older children, could have been sent over there for a reason. Because I don't understand that. If you got to go to work, leave all 4 of your kids together. That way, if something happened, they can come together and fight off whatever. If somebody's trying to take somebody, but you leave a 10-year-old with a 3-year-old, and you could have had all 4 of them together. You know what I'm saying? You still over there researching, shawty. You think okay? I think she was at work and that man knocked on the door. Yes, yes, I do. Boom. Boom. That's it. That's what I think as well. And I think that she's ashamed of that. And I think that some of her family knows the truth now. Because I'm going to show y'all, it got to the point where I could tell the aunt started getting frustrated. The Aunt Tracy, how you got that one aunt or that one family member that like, it's like the aunt staying on it because she know that something don't add up. The aunt, it seemed like the person to me that'll come up and be like, Tracy, why you didn't tell the truth about this? Or, she seemed like the one that was trying to lift the veil up, and now the family's turning on her. Like, why would the aunt be on the news after all these years when Diamond get found? Well, when she could possibly be found. Why would the aunt be the one that comes on the news and not the mom? The mom didn't even want to do the vigils no more. It got to the point where
PS2.
I mean, just keep my strength up by praying.
4 difficult years.
Where the mom wanted to stop doing the vigils. Let's go ahead and go up here. Let's go ahead and meet this girl who's saying she's Diamond. And
So I was just looking to meet the right person. I thought she was really beautiful. I asked her if she was a model. All the pictures.
I'm trying to learn, y'all. I'm trying to get better, y'all.
10, a possible breakthrough in the missing persons case of the Bradley sisters, last seen in their Bronzeville home in 2001. Tonight, a woman claims to be Diamond, 3 years old. CBS 2's Jermont Terry spoke to the Bradley sisters' great aunt, who is hopeful tonight. Jermont.
Erica, tonight the Bradley family tells us that the woman claiming to be Diamond did take a DNA test, and that will ultimately determine if she is who she claims to be. Now, the girl's great aunt, says that they've been down this road many times before, but there is something different about this new claim.
In July 2001, Chicago police searched rail crossings, hundreds of abandoned buildings and alleyways for Tianda and Diamond Bradley. The Bradley girls vanished out of their mother's third-floor apartment near 35th and Cottage Grove after being left alone. It was the largest search effort in Chicago's history, yet 10-year-old Tianda and 3-year-old Diamond were never found.
I got to see in this video, I'm looking at this video like, what is this?
The girl's great aunt, Shalia Bradley Smith, is speaking of a 20-second TikTok video
This is Diamond Bradley. Can I see your scar?
where someone in Texas was claiming she was Diamond, the youngest of the Bradley sisters. When the woman contacted the aunt, there was hesitation.
Look,
I like that
I'm not
green
the
suit
police.
she
Call
got
the
on.
police.
Over the years, listen to how many people have claimed to be the girls.
We've had about 12,
Mm.
but easily dismissible.
But the young lady making this claim did something no one else has ever done in nearly 22 years.
I've never known or experienced somebody so eager to tear down the doors of the FBI to prove who they are. So that gives me a different dynamic of hope.
Shalea says Chicago FBI agents contacted her and informed her they took a DNA test and fingerprints from the woman.
The DNA shall tell the truth.
The young lady told the aunt she can't recall much, including the whereabouts of the oldest sister, Tianda.
She said, well, I kind of remember her, but I remember we were in a car. Then one day I woke up once they got us to the place where we were or wherever we was living. She said, I'd never seen her again.
As the family waits for
Y'all
DNA
heard that?
results, the aunt is comforted knowing Chicago waits just as anxiously to bring the Bradley sisters home.
Especially Chicago has embraced these girls and they have not forgotten. And I thank them. I thank everybody.
Now, the woman told the aunt
Now-
that she recently escaped from whoever was holding her against her will. At the time that 3-year-old Diamond.
Now, it's what we're gonna get into. Now we know the story, y'all. We know what happened. We know that there are holes in this story. And we're gonna go forward 20 years. Now we here, right? Now we here. And we got this girl that came up out of the blue that said that she was Diamond Bradley, or she thinks she was Diamond Bradley, right? When I seen this part, I was like, okay, what's gonna happen next? I was literally waiting, watching to see what was gonna happen next. Secrets revealed by the Bradley sisters. Okay, this is what we about to get into. This is what we about to get into. But we got to start off. That's Rita going in. But we got to start off with this. Because after this video right here, then we're going to get into Diamond. We're going to get into what is going on with that. Because there is a lot of drama going on with it. But the drama that's going on with it makes you wonder, could this possibly be
It's
her?
time to fill your cart with these great
came
Lidl
out and
deals.
said that it wasn't her. She went to school with her. Some things in this thing not adding up. A child that was
Shop Lidl and save now.
So I want y'all to see how Tracy started getting tired of the.
Today is the 10-year anniversary.
Hold on. You see still who you see every time representing for the family. Tracy. She been doing this for 20 years, over 20 years. You got the beautiful Rita right here. You got beautiful Victoria right here. Victoria is a masculine, as they would call it today. I want to be politically correct. I respect that. But you know, Victoria is a masculine. Rita is right here. I don't know who this person and this person and this baby right here is, but I do know that that's Tracy. So what I got from this video though is that this is when the mother started not wanting to come on the video every year to represent for her daughters anymore. She didn't want to do it anymore. She wanted it all to stop and it all to go away. And I can definitely get that from what Tracy is about to say. And I can tell that Tracy don't like it. I can tell in this video that something not right, because when Tracy started talking, you're going to see the kids, Rita, Victoria, and him, you're going to see them looking at her like, what's she saying? I could tell it's a lot of turmoil going on in the family behind the scenes in this moment, in this space and time. Now let's get to it. And I want y'all to remember the dream that the mother said she had. She said that when she sleeps at night, she has a dream and she sees Tianda and she says, Tianda, where is Diamond? And Tianda takes her, like, we're gonna go, she gonna take her, and she said that the dream just goes away. We're gonna dissect that too, because I believe that that really is her dream. I believe it, and I'm gonna tell y'all why.
Anniversary of the sisters disappearing, what's the hope that, the prayer vigil will come out of this, and what's the message to them if they're watching today?
I believe that we need closure because it's been so many years. Our mind begins to wonder, like what happened to them, who, what person could have took them or anything like that. But it's just that we need closure. We need to know what happened to our cousins or our relatives. It gets hard after a couple of years. The first years are the hardest, but then as it goes, it gets harder and harder. Basically, just we need closure. That's it. We need to know what happened to our girls. I mean, there's so many other cases have been getting solved over the years that ours is still a cold case because we don't know what's going on or what happened to our girls. That's the same message we've been seeing over the years. Where are our girls?
Okay. And I know that you all said that this may be the last year that you do the anniversary vigil.
This
Any
may be the
particular
last
reason
year.
why?
Well, there have been some new developments in the case that cannot be disclosed.
There have been some new developments in the case that cannot be disclosed.
Safety reasons that can't be disclosed that I think maybe we should go.
Look at Victoria, the oldest one, like looking back at Rita, like, didn't we tell you to shut the fuck up?
Any particular reason why?
They mama, they're not going. Let me tell you something. Them kids know that mama better than any of us. And them kids gonna feel what I'm saying. I would do the same thing for my mama. Right now, my mama calling me. I'm trying to tell her I'm on live, child. But she'll see it when she see it. But I will fight for my mama too. You know what I'm saying? And this goes back to even with the girl who I showed y'all the other day. Her kids was fighting for her too, even though she gave that baby up for adoption. The kids that she didn't adopt was fighting for her too, and it's probably why it didn't work, because they made sure that her mom didn't have to take accountability for anything. They gave her those excuses because you don't want to see your mom hurting. You don't want to see your mom dealing with the pain and the guilt of making such a horrible decision to not do certain things the way that they should have been done, to not be honest and forthcoming with the police. I mean, hey, if I need help finding my kids, I mean, you could go through anything. You can look through my phones, look through my house, fingerprint this motherfucker, get my babies back here. I don't care about none of that. I don't care if y'all take my kids. At least I know where they at, and I can fight to get them back. But I'm not going to be afraid that you're going to take my kids, knowing that two of my kids is going somewhere and I don't know where they at. Knowing that one of the Georges that lived in the building was a SA offender. And the police went in his house, questioned him and everything, and he came out clear. The only person who didn't come out clear was the George that was her boyfriend that she eventually had another baby with. I'm feeling like they were sold. That's what it gives me. It's giving they were sold. And I know somebody came out with a story that we're gonna look at, saying that the mama owed money, her and George had owed big money, they owed big debt, and they sold the kid. That's kind of a little bit far-fetched. But then again, some things that we think is so far-fetched, the truth be right in our face, but we don't want to believe it because it sounds so crazy. But you know what I'm saying? But let's dissect this. I might be going too far off the deep end on that one. But we gonna figure it out. We learn it. I'm figuring it out as I go, y'all. So if I say something wrong, forgive me. If anybody in the family ever sees this, forgive me. I'm just another person commentating and actually getting my opinion as I go. So if I, some things I might say that might not be on point. None of what I'm saying is a matter of fact. Everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Everything that I'm saying, all this shit I'm saying is allegedly. Please understand and believe that one.
So many other cases have been getting solved over the years that ours is still a cold case because we don't know what's going on. What basically what happened to our girls. That's the same message over the years. Where are our girls?
Okay. Now I know that you all said that this may be the last year that you do the anniversary vigil. Any particular reason why?
Well, there have been some new developments in the case that cannot be disclosed to the
Look,
public,
watch this.
and it may be for some safety reasons that can't be disclosed. That I think maybe
Look,
we should go private more so than public. Now, that doesn't mean
they
that we
want to
will
go
not
private.
be fervently still searching for them, but um, since I'm more in close contact with the developments of the case.
How long have you known about these developments?
The auntie get curious.
Since January.
Since January.
Since January.
Okay. And you, I'm sure, discussed, some of this with your family. Is it a great feeling of hope? Is it cautiously optimistic about it?
Well, I can be optimistic about it, but then when you're given the fact that it has been 10 years, um, a lot of people would probably think 10 years has been a long time, just like my nephew was explaining. But for me personally, it still feels like
Come
yesterday.
on.
So I have to remain as vigilant concerning the search for them, but at the same time, I have to maintain the integrity of the investigation. And again,
Meaning
since
she
I've
can't
been
say what
more
she really feel.
in close contact with the private investigators and the whole case students, I have reason to believe that maybe a more private approach should take place at this
She
time.
want her to shut up.
But I think we're still undecided as to whether or not if we should actually
She
go
looking like
private
that because
because
she
we
want her to
didn't
shut
want
up.
to miss an opportunity
She don't
to
know
get the
what's
word
going
out
on.
about them, while at the same time,
She got. I'm just
some of
looking
the
at how they
reports
looking
because
right
of
now.
the overwhelming media support.
Okay. And they would be 13 and 20, pretty much at this point. If they were walking down the street or riding past in a car, standing on a bus stop, would you know them? Would you say, oh, that's definitely Diamond, that's definitely Tiana?
Well, there have been a possible with the well over the years, like for example with the
About to
MySpace.
turn my ring light on, y'all.
I strongly have believed that it could have been her based upon some facial characteristics, but again, we were not able to obtain a DNA or to totally rule her out as far as the family's knowledge, but the FBI reassured us that it was not her. Um, I believe that we would know her, well, Tiana specifically, because she's older and there's a kindred spirit. You would know your own.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now,
Now, as far as any reward, I know that there's been published reports that the reward for information about the girls has been like $30,000. Has that changed?
No, that $30,000 will remain there and possibly increase. Um, that has not dissolved or anything, and there still is a $30,000 reward. Excuse me, for any information leading to the whereabouts of Deion Invite. And I think that the more that the public are aware of them, more people, especially with networking places like Facebook, MySpace, and some of the other larger networking groups, they're getting more attention. So I believe, well, I have mixed feelings about it because I believe that the police department knows who they should already be going after. That's just my personal opinion.
Okay. And is there the website still active for people to go for
period.
At this
information?
I
point,
agree.
currently, it's not
They
up,
do.
but it's still active, but it's not,
For people to still see photos of Diamond and Tiana?
not at this current time.
And what is the Facebook page?
www.find page, everything.
Okay. Any last words? Any plea to those out there that you think, may know where she is, where they are? Look at the note that she allegedly left that night. Okay.
At the note, that means that she think it's George. They getting uncomfortable because Auntie talking too much.
Just doesn't sit well with you. And have you talked with the mom, Tracy?
I need you to fill me in on that, Conrad.
Actually, she's more active.
We don't talk about that. I want to know about that. Yeah, the mom, not Tracy. I forget the mom name, but they're looking for the mom. The mom is basically saying she done. She don't want to be. Always been speaking for them. Nothing has changed. Now let's see how Rita and them feel, because we got this was before the girl was the girl surfaced.
Like steady running around the house, and she had these dark eyes that used to scare everybody. It was crazy. And Tiana, she like dancing, and she like ran her bike, but dancing was her favorite hobby.
Yeah. She used to do a lot of stuff. Like she used to always be on gymnastics. She always used to come in first place. She loved double dutch. She loved dancing, and she was just the outspoken one of us. Even me, we was laid back, and she used to just go out. I think about them all the time. See, I named my last daughter Brooklyn Tiana. I named her after my sister. So if I think about them all the time. I have breakdowns. I cry. It's hurtful. So. Yeah, I think about it a lot all the time. Not a day go bad that I don't think about my sister. So I always think about that.
I remember I was coming from Beethoven with my cousins, and I saw my auntie April as I was walking, and she was like, "Have you seen Tiani and Dam?" And I'm like, "No." So she walked across the street and got on the bus on our way to 35th. And like 5 hours later, a police car came and picked me up with my auntie Faye in the car.
I just remember my mom coming to pick me up, and she told me like, "Have you seen Tiana?" I'm like, "No." She like, "Tiana here wrote a note." And when I got there, I seen the note, and I was like, maybe they just like went to the park or something. And they was gonna come back, but like they never came back. So. And I just
really don't know.
But you don't know.
You don't know.
I just feel that someone who's close to us probably, did that. Because ain't nobody outside finna just take no two kids at an apartment. We all know that. And I feel like even if it's good news or bad news, you still need to know the news. Even if it's bad or good, we still need to know where they are, or if it's anybody's anything. We just need to know, basically. Not if it's better or good.
You just need closure at the end of all this.
The quiet moments I have, I just think about like how life would have been if they were still here with us, how they could eat with us. I think about how my kids could grow with their aunties, or if Tiana would have had kids, our kids playing. I think about how we could be driving together, going out together, eating together, because like I say, I only grew up with her. That's it. I didn't grow up with my other sisters. And that hurt.
You can tell that baby was hurting about her sisters, man. Okay, we're gonna look up Cupcake McKinney in Alabama. So now that we done heard from the kids, from the actual kids, we're gonna stop this because we talked about it.
For 17 long years, Faith Bradley Cathry has been on a mission, trying to find her missing nieces, two sisters, Tianda and Diamond Bradley.
I try to share their pictures. I talk about them a lot.
You know, Instagram, whatever social site, I try to share their pictures.
Faith uses social media every day to spread the word that after all of these years, the Bradley family, Chicago, and on 10, Faith was especially close to Tianda.
She was like my baby, for real. It's just sad. Won't have no leads to anything. How 2 kids can just disappear like that. It's just so sad. It's mind-boggling, you know.
It happened July 6, 2001. Tianda and Diamond were home alone while their mother was at work. When she returned, both girls were gone. The investigation into the girls' disappearance was intense from the beginning. Search teams honed in on hundreds of abandoned buildings. Police interviewed countless people, but nobody had any answers. It seemed as if the girls had simply vanished. What happened that day is still a mystery. Over the years, thousands of leads have turned up nothing.
Just so sad. For 2 kids to come up missing and don't know their whereabouts.
Right.
I mean, I wish I had the answer to it. And I just
The answer might be found with these images. This is what Tianda and Diamond might look like today. Forensic artists at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children created these images, showing Tianda at age 27 and Diamond now at age 20.
we will never be the same until the day they come back and be returned to our family. All of our hearts will always feel empty. Always. And as far as Tianda and Diamond, the search, we're going to continue to search for you till the day I die.
If you have any information about Tianda and Diamond Bradley, please call
1-800 the lost. Okay, y'all, that part, man, I heard that lady ended up having a stroke or something, or a heart attack on the one of the anniversaries of the girls. That was so sad. So now we got to get into Miss Diamond now. We got to get into Miss Diamond because I can't call her Diamond. Like, that's because what if she's not Diamond, right? So I can't call her Diamond. Because I don't want to disrespect the sisters or the family in any way. But this is what they're saying. Diamond Bradley explains her side. So, but before we do that, let me tell you who popped it. This lady right here popped it, right? When the girl came out and said that
Girl's name is not Diamond Bradley. She is not Diamond Bradley that was missing from Chicago in 2001 at 3 years old. She is from Maryland. Her name is Raylan, and I'm not going to expose the last name, but her name is Raylan. I went to school with her. This is Raylan on TikTok. You guys can find it. She, I guess, didn't have the password. She removed all her social medias except for her TikTok. And this is her TikTok. And if you guys look, it says when the clock strikes on June 2nd, because she turned 21 June 2nd of 2020.
Her family is not risking the elderly family members becoming one of those numbers. They're taking their Christmas gathering to video chat.
My family's really into like Zoom meetings. So sometimes, like, if we can't like physically go drive and see each other, we'll hop on Zoom. It'll be like 25 of us just in one Zoom.
Bradley. She is not Diamond Bradley that was missing from Chicago in 2001 at 3 years old. She is from Maryland. Her name is Raylan, but her name is Raylan. I went to school with her. This is Raylan on TikTok. You guys can find it. She, I guess, didn't have the.
All right. So, the girl Raylan responded to that when that lady came out and said that wasn't her, that she went to school with her, and she also showed her TikTok because the girl deactivated all her social media, but she didn't deactivate it like to prove anything. Like, she didn't deactivate it because she wanted to lie or hide anything. This girl is seriously trying to find out what her identity is. That's number one. The first thing about it all is that she's not trying to push that she's Diamond Bradley. She's trying to push that she got a fake identity and she want to know who she is. Sincerity. That's the first thing. Okay? The second thing, just because somebody went to school with you don't mean that they're not or they have not been abducted. Think about the story with that was on Iyanla Fix My Life with the girl. Her name was Carly or something like that. Kari or something like that. I can't see the comments right now, but y'all know, all of us in here are adults. We know that if you are abducted as a baby, you will grow up and have a regular life. You could have been sold to a family. You could have been sold into ex trafficking. You could have been sold into anything. A lot of these girls that or babies that have been abducted grow up to be prostitutes because they were in a ex trafficking ring, and that's all they know. This girl is a stripper. That was the second thing of all the things for her to become. And I'm not saying stripping is bad at all. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is she was comfortable with doing it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is that she could have been being violated and mistreated as a young girl. And this could have been something that she was comfortable with. Also, being a stripper, you don't have to have correct or real identity. The only job she was able to do was strip. When she tried to get a real job, that's what her red flag was. When she tried to get a real job, they told her identity was fake. They said her birth certificate was not valid. Her social security card was not valid. Her identity was not valid. Now let's hear her explain her side after the girl come out thinking she popping her because they went to the same school. Let's hear what she got to say.
Like, I don't mind working 9 to 5. I don't mind working. Like, I'm a hard-working individual. Like, come on now. And in the process of me trying to apply for jobs, the places are letting me know that for some reason my background's not going through.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out, well, what do you mean? And they're like, it's not going through. Now, when they first came to me, I wasn't just finna jump up and be like, oh my God, I'm a fake person. Da 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 da. No, I went on the internet, searched up real birth certificates, real this, real that, and compared it to my documents that they gave me saying, oh, this is your birth certificate, this is your social security, blase, blase. It don't add up to what real documents should look like. Certain stuff is out of place. Certain stuff look like it's been tampered, ripped off, stuff like that. Okay. And then I'm hearing that the family getting on live and they showing, oh, this her birth certificate, this, da, da, da. So, first of all, you're not supposed to have more than one copy, period. So why would you give up? Like, I don't mind working 9 to 5. I don't mind working. Like,
all right, so that was short. We're gonna keep going.
Come on now. And
the people,
the process of me trying to apply for jobs,
call the police. So let me tell y'all the story of what happened with this girl. All right, and I can't see the comments right now, y'all, because I gotta be clicking on different videos. But I'm coming back over there. But y'all, so the way that this girl got involved was because her friend gonna explain how she was in a situation when she first left, because she left like she basically ran away from this family. Something was going on and she ran away. Okay, we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna figure out all the missing pieces and everything. But she ran away. Whoever she was with, in my assumption, they must have been pimping her out or trying to pimp her out. And the reason why I say that is because she met this girl in the club. She told the girl she didn't like how she was being treated, and she felt like they was trying to pimp her out. The girl said, well, you can move up here to Houston or wherever they at in Texas, and it's money moves out here. You can make some money move. So she been trying to hustle and get her life. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand and respect that. But keep that as a side note, okay? So when she went with the girl got a few kids or whatever. She let the girl come to her house. The girl told her she can come over and chill, and she never left. Okay? The girl wanted to help her, so she didn't mind. Her and her mom or her friend, right? So then she decides that she want to get a job to help pay the bills. And, you know what I'm saying? To help make ends meet. She wanted to get a legit job. and not just be a stripper. I respect that. I respect if you want to be a stripper. You know what I'm saying? I can't dance, but hey, if you can do it, get it, girl, get it. But just make sure you respect yourself and don't let nobody pimp you out and stuff. Like, I'm glad she left that if that's what was going on. But when she went to try and get the job, people were telling her that she couldn't get the job. She's never been able to work a real job. The information that everybody gave her was fake. She said that they never got an identity for her. Like, her identity don't pop up. You know how you give the police your social or you give somebody your social? Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. That's why I love you, girl. That's why I love you, girl. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me just put it on my TV. But yeah, so you know how you know, you can give certain information and you're gonna pop up in the system. That's why we have a social. We have not dog tag numbers and stuff because hold on, y'all. I want to make sure that I can see it. We have that information so that they can find us and they can track us. We can go into a whole nother thing on that. You know what I'm saying? We can go to a whole nother thing on that with my sister Yushraya for sure about that with the government and everything. But right now we're gonna stay on this. Her information was not valid. Her information did not go through. So then she got to talking with the girl about things that she experienced because she was abused. Whatever she told that girl, because they haven't came out with everything yet, but whatever she told that girl got to thinking. They got to thinking, and somebody comment real quick so I can see if it's popping up on my TV. One of y'all send a comment real quick so I can see it. But yeah, so and I want to know what y'all think about this anyway. So you guys, whatever she told the girl had them realize, like, dang, you could be a missing person. Like, you could be whatever she told her. She came to the conclusion, like, bitch, you could really be a missing person. Like, this is crazy. So then they started looking up missing people, and they started looking up the features and everything. And and her birthday was in 2001. But guess what? Not only was it in 2001, it's in June of 2001. That's the same date and month that them two girls went missing. In the summer of 2001. In the summer of 2001. What the news don't show you behind the scenes of the recent
Okay, y'all, so this is gonna be a long video. This is about the Bradley sisters, Tianda and Diamond Bradley. Now, everything in this video is alleged. I cannot prove any of this to be fact nor fiction. So whatever you may see or hear,
kicking
that's
it
up
with
to you to
Conrad.
decide
Everything is fake.
what
And
you
the
want to
police
believe
agreed.
pertaining to this story.
Me too.
Now,
Me too.
we
We
know
got a deep
that
dive. I might have to
previously
do
there
part
have
2
been
of this,
other
y'all,
women's come
because
out
I know
claiming
I
to
gotta
be
go to work
one
tomorrow.
or the other
But we're gonna
Bradley
watch this.
sister.
We're gonna figure this out
And
together.
through
We're gonna figure this out.
investigation, it was
Crazy.
determined that was a lie. But those women were ruled
Thank
off
you.
to
I
have
love
like
you.
mental
I love y'all.
illnesses and this, that, and the third.
Y'all,
And I'm
man.
saying that because
I really
you
do.
will hear this spoke
God
about
really be hearing my
this new
prayers.
chick as well.
I asked him to send me
Now, they
somebody like
also
Raven. I
has
did.
been saying that this is not the first
Like,
time that this girl has
really
went
building
to the police claiming to be a missing person. Now, whether she was claiming to be died,
Cause y'all going with me, man.
because you will hear this spoke about
Y'all
been saying that this is not the first time that this girl. Now, whether she was claiming to be Diamond Bradley or another missing person, or just feels like she's a missing person, I haven't really got the gist But I know
So, you guys, when I was listening to this was 2 months ago, right? So, I thought about Legina Gold or Angela Owasu when I was watching this, because this is the difference. This is how you can tell when somebody really feel like they're a missing person or somebody really feel like they're not who their family say they is. This is the difference between somebody playing a game and somebody being dead ass.
So, you know, just bear with me. Now, some of it will have visual, some are also should have where the great house saying that, you know, the family was threatening well over 20 years old. So it's a lot of emotions going on. So I just want y'all to know that we're going to hear from the Bradley, the Raylan's girls family that she grew up with, the girls that was in that live that took her to the police station, you know, the FBI situation. We're going to hear from Raylan herself, and there's a classmate that came out and gave her speculations and input. So, not to hold y'all up because I got a lot to say about this. So, we're going to start with these little clips that I have, and I'll see y'all down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video.
Let's get it. I'm here, y'all. I'm getting myself ready for bed. I'm here.
And the matter of fact is, whether she Diamond Bradley, Ashley Marie, whoever the fuck she is, she's still a missing person. Regardless.
That's like, even if she's not Diamond, she's been living by a fake name all her life, so she's somebody's child. If that's just like if I'm from Hammond, right? If I get on the news, y'all see a TikTok going around about me, and I'm saying I'm somebody that I'm not. Y'all know Hammond finna run me out. Y'all finna say, "Oh, bitch, I grew up with you. I know you." Ain't nobody claiming this girl. Nobody. Ain't no family saying, "Oh, I know her." Nothing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. That's just all to it. Like my friend just trying to help somebody that she care about, that she, you know, just met or whatever. Well, she been met the girl or whatever like that. She just trying to help the girl find her identity. That's all. Ain't nobody clout chasing. Like, to be honest, it ain't even about the money. I don't even think they got 80,000. Just it's not even about the money. This girl just trying to find out who she really is. She can't even really get a job because she been living by a fake name. On the birth certificate, it don't even have no numbers that you're supposed to have on the birth certificate. That's just like if she was to die in a corner X for the birth certificate, it don't have no numbers right there. It's clearly it's an inside job. Like the shit just pissing me off.
Whether we shared the story or not, the auntie is the one who made the story go viral. She went to the news. We didn't go to the news.
The mama came to Texas, but on the
Mama
they
got on a
saying,
plane.
"Oh, she want to see her daughter." If you didn't feel like this was her daughter, why would you fly out here? No, bitch, you trying to do something to my friend. You trying to do something to the girl. That's just all I can think. If you call somebody your friend,
well, I mean, I am her friend, so.
Wait, what I miss?
She said if you call somebody your friend again, I'm gonna slap you because why motherfuckers being funny?
Who being funny?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Let me see. She right here. She safe. She been with us the whole time. Why did missing the point?
You cannot start a life with no fake identity. That's the problem. What are y'all not understanding about that? You cannot be in America with no track record. That's what y'all not processing. Regardless of if Tootie came forward and said something, or whether I was with myself, if it's not real, you have to go report that shit. What are y'all not understanding about that? Y'all like I look real? Yeah, motherfucker. What you think I'm a robot?
I mean, if y'all go look at the pictures And the if y'all go look at the pictures of the mama and the motherfucking, I'm laughing right now because it's just crazy. I've been stressed the fuck out like this my fucking child. If y'all go look at the mama and y'all go look at the aunties, like the family, like this girl look just like these fucking people.
They said she looked real. What she supposed to look like a motherfucking a robot? Yeah.
This girl look just like.
Oh, throw the horn. Throw the motherfucking horn.
Girl, I gotta go. It's alright. I'm just aggravated. This shit is stressful.
Let me see. I'm just trying to see why she wasn't charged with nothing.
But at the end of the day, the reason why I came forward is because when I try to get a job out here, they let me know there's something wrong with my background. There's something wrong with my identity. My background is clean. So when I went to the FBI, they let me know your shit's not real. So who the fuck, where do you want to start? That's how that happened. Like this is real life. I don't know why y'all think people it ain't no amount of fame, clout in this world. I especially wouldn't want to clout off of who, from where.
And why would y'all why would a child write a note like it? It's just common sense.
Them drugs would do anything for some drugs. To be
I'm
honest,
just trying to see
no matter what.
if I feel like this is not my missing
That's
child.
just like if it was one of y'all.
I'm not gonna fly no motherfucking way. Show me the DNA, then I'm coming.
Somebody said, how you send 2 kids back to your mama to be watched, but got the youngest babies at home alone?
Exactly.
Hold on, what she said?
Yeah, like where you been at though? On the road.
I don't understand.
Don't worry about him. He just nobody.
That's because she done grabbed the phone. Like, fuck this.
She don't want to go back to that family. Like, she don't.
It's not about going back to the people. It's about being able to go get up and go get a job.
Right.
I can't even work if I want to. That's what y'all not understanding. Like,
answer that question. Answer that, and then we're gonna leave it at that.
Was I with the family? Yeah. And I was abused. So now what?
And she was abused.
It's not just about if I'm her. They're trying to figure out who I am. Period.
Exactly.
I gotta say something. That girl's name is not Diamond Bradley. She is not Diamond Bradley that was missing from Chicago in 2001 at 3 years old. She is from Maryland. Her name is Raylyn, and I'm not going to expose the last name, but her name is Raylyn. I went to school with her. This is Raylyn on TikTok. You guys can find it. She, I guess, didn't have the password. She removed all her social medias except for her TikTok, and this is her TikTok. And if you guys look, it says when the clock strikes on June 2nd, because she turned 21 June 2nd of 2022. And hashtag DMV because that's where she's from. This is her baby picture that she posted with her big sister. This is Raylyn when we went to school. This is her biological sister. And this is her TikTok page. Like I said, I was going to mind my business, but I'm seeing too much going on. And the fact that she's even letting the FBI do a DNA test or whatever's happening right now is sick. My heart goes out to the family that is involved and everybody in Chicago that has been tore up over this story. And I just think that it's so sick that she's even using this situation for attention or whatever the case may be. It's weird.
Gathering to video chat. My family's really into like Zoom meetings. So sometimes like if we can't like physically go drive and see each other, we'll hop on Zoom. It'll be like 25 of us just in one Zoom call.
They wanted us to talk to her. I think it's like Rita. So Darren, Rita, they trying to get the police involved. And they didn't even know all this was going on for this long thing. Just came back off the trip on Sunday. And they trying to figure out what's going on now. They feel like Raylyn, which is the alleged that McBradley is supposed to be in some type of danger or something like that. Remember, before in the last we did look like people didn't want to talk. They were putting her up to it. So they don't know if they again, like, you know, they probably have to do this for money or they have to ask out. Go ahead. You know, I was saying they're posting a cash app, like it looks like they're trying to award her in and she's not in her right state of mind. Like, it's just a man. She's not. Yeah. She's been trying. We didn't want to put our, you know, I'm just personal. a lot of people in the world, I think, is battling with this type of illness and not nobody did. All right. Talking to y'all the real best. That's really what's going on. And I'm not using that as a scapegoat for her because it's still wrong, right is right or wrong. But that is horrible, horrific. And like I told these people, these girls have been calling us and whispering Houston or knowing her. And I'm telling them, y'all gonna end up putting two families in a situation to agree on those things to family. And then y'all now there's so many stories that involve our family. And we didn't even know this was going on. Right. So about the stuff that happened between her and Nico weeks ago, but that's not what's wrong with her. So I thought she was okay. She does her own thing. 21. We tried to help her, but she wanted to do it, and this is the type of within it went solid.
Right.
Yeah, so I got a question. Was y'all trying to go? Was you trying to join that Lady Laugh with the Bonnie? No. I don't.
That's weird.
Yeah, because they keep saying on that page that you want to join their live to tell them that that's your book. I don't know. They don't do that. I'm not even on. We don't even restrict it. We're not stuff like that because my neighbor, my name, all of my stuff. It's just really embarrassing and it's disheartening. And really at this point we're just trying to make sure she's okay and get her out. That's it. All these festival, I don't know how I get her okay. Yeah. Trying to go in that lab. We're not trying to put it, we're not trying to go in the lab, we're not trying to put on the show or anything like that.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you how that way before in school. She went. Why when I tell you how that happened?
He used it, blew up to the he wouldn't have made we just came from out of the country from my
You're gonna be like,
what? And I talked to her to speak about and talk to her mom.
I tell you right now, you're gonna be shocked when I tell you. Y'all how?
Right. My family's in shock because they like, what the hell is going on? Like, whoever sister trying to join that lab must not be her real sister. Yeah, then she got the people, whoever she with, like cloud chasing, and then the lady what they've been doing is being on live, they're making this a big story. This is something that I don't know if people or this kind of game, like cloud or whatever they're trying to do with this stuff, but it's not vital and it's actually getting more serious as it's going on because, at first you're just trying to get her help, but then, hearing what's going on and making her service, now we're like, okay, maybe the police do need to, get involved to see what's really going on and what they're trying to do. If she's fine and safe, that's all that we want to know. That's it. But they're trying to make it seem like we're just
all right. Well, I'm about to wrap it up on this quick anyway.
They're saying that, or say that we sold them to y'all. All type of stories is coming up, and then I guess it's whoever she with, their family is really damning their bullshit.
That's Rita.
Yeah, my sister's not even talking because she's out of it. She's out of her right. Exactly. And I think it's got to the point. Whether she realized what's going on or not, that's why she's not saying nothing no more. Because there was a lot going on at first, now all of a sudden everybody's quiet. She won't speak to nobody else.
Listen, y'all. Hold on. Y'all let me know that y'all can see me and hear me real quick before I say this. Y'all let me know that y'all can see me and hear me real quick before I say this. I need somebody to say yes or put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me or see me. Yushraya, not yet. Not yet, Yushraya. 5 more minutes. Raven. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me and hear me. I'm gonna wait, y'all, because this is important what I'm about to say, but I want to make sure that y'all can hear me and see me. Kicking it with the Conrads. Can y'all hear me? Because it looked like she said that it went out and it didn't come back. Y'all must be over there falling asleep too, child. But listen, I want to leave it right here, y'all. But I just need y'all to promise me that y'all not going to go and research it and look it up by yourself. Y'all, we have to stay on the same page here, okay? You guys have to wait until we go live again tomorrow. We've been live for now 2.5 hours, it looks like, 2:25. We're going to cut it off at 2:30 or before 2:30. But I need you guys to promise me that you're not going to go and do research like Raven and Eustraya. Don't go looking this up by yourself. We need to figure it out as a family. Okay, cool, Raven? I'm Raven. I'm going to call you tomorrow, girl. You better not have been looking up nothing. Don't watch nothing about Diamond. Nothing. Nothing about Diamond. Nothing about Mercy. Because I'm going to organize that story about Mercy in the Ghana, in them. I'm going to go, like, while I'm working tomorrow and organize it so that I can show y'all piece by piece and it can be more clear and concise. But don't y'all be looking up Diamond Bradley. Kicking it with the Conrads, you either. Y'all better wait on me. Now we're gonna leave it right here. What timestamp we at, Raven? We need the timestamp, Mama. Can you get the let me go back. You see where we at, Raven? So that way, and we gotta go see where we at and see what video this is so we can pick up where we left off. Raven, keep this in your Palm Pilot, sis. Eustraya, if you still here, it's what the news won't tell you behind the scenes of the recent Diamond Bradley situation, #missing. We are at the 14 minutes and 40 seconds point. Okay, y'all. Platform, I got big plans for my brand itself. I got big plans for the nonprofit that I want to start with Raven, Eustraya, and some of my family members. I got big plans for us, y'all. And y'all staying here with me through everything, I really appreciate it. And I'm not going to forget it. I'm big on loyalty, y'all. And I'm going to be loyal to the people that's loyal to me. That's facts. As long as you're not trying to stab nobody in the back that bails you out of jail, you ain't got to worry about that. I'm not talking about Jag and TJ until they break up. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming to my live. Love y'all. Don't go looking up